SDOT trending and up 180%. Just a few minutes ago, it was only up 111%, and the intraday high then was around $13. You can now see it's now $15.4. So let's hear what's going on.
SDOT is trending after a sharp after hours price surge, drawing heightened attention from retail traders and momentum investors. The move appears to be partly fueled by speculation surrounding recent comments from Donald Trump, which some believe could have ripple effects on cooking oil and soybean supply chains, areas that intersect with the company's legacy operations. Adding fuel to the hype is SDOT's notoriously tiny float, leading many in the trading community to frame the situation as a potential short squeeze setup, with comparisons being made to previous low float runners that experienced rapid multi day spikes. Beyond the immediate price action, traders are dissecting the company's strategic pivot toward digital assets and blockchain initiatives. Many speculate that an official Bitcoin treasury strategy or a crypto related acquisition could be on the horizon, particularly as SDOT has also signaled its intent to divest its restaurant business, signaling a potential full rebranding or repositioning. However, sentiment isn't universally bullish. A segment of the community remains cautious or outright skeptical, pointing to the company's track record of reverse splits and dilution. These concerns are tempering some of the enthusiasm, with experienced traders warning about the volatility and potential for sharp reversals once momentum cools. In short, SDOT has become a flashpoint for speculative trading, blending macro, political narratives, crypto enthusiasm, and short squeeze dynamics, all while carrying a history that makes some investors wary.
Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now. Aggression is very, very, very high, very high. So caution is warranted. You can see this is only the pre-market session, so it's not open to everybody. It's only open to certain sophisticated traders and investors. But it doesn't mean that it's not. Aggression is very high right now. Short selling is equally going on, so caution is really warranted. Before now, the extrapolation was saying it was going to print lower prices, so this is a sudden change of yeah, if you like, fundamentals, sudden change. So this all of this now is no more relevant. The reverse is probably the case. So in terms of projections, we have 18.89, 22.9, 25.38. Just given what we are looking at right now, it has a low float. They are hell bent on pumping the stock. So it's not out of place to begin to consider higher prices, but also bear in mind that lower prices are still very much possible. We'll have a look at the lower prices. So the highest we have seen so far is 20 in terms of projections, 25.38. Let's see whether we can see. Yeah, we have also 25.72 on top of 25.38. On the line trend is a bearish one, so it has ample room to the upside, ample room. Okay, we have 39.0. There's also $20. There's 39.05 for the 3.02 for the 5.48. You can always play back to pick up those projections. Yeah, for up to $45. Okay, let's come to the 4 hour chart. I think here on the 4 hour chart, which is currently reacting to what is going on. See that this is what's going on right now. So down projections we have as low as 1.91, 2.86, 4.41, 9.52, 10.51, 11.11. Those were in play as of the 19th of September. So as things stand right now, its price pressure momentums, they are all accelerating to the upside. However, look at this. They are these you know second derivatives are still very much negative, indicating that yeah, let's see what we have up here. They're all decelerating. There's exhaustion going on. Acceleration is slowing. Even though it has added more gains, it is also slowing. And then in the case of the 21 period moving average, it's all already decelerating. So caution is warranted. A mean reversion towards $9, $10 is possible. You know, I mean, that's quite possible. There's a huge gap now. There's a huge gap from this current price of from its supports. There's a huge a huge gap between its this downward projection of 6.6 and the current price right now of let's see of us of 13 or roughly $14. So caution is really warranted. Caution is warranted, even though in the midst of all of this, it may continue to print high prices. It may continue to do so because they are hell bent on pumping it. And then there's the tariffs tailwind, the trade trade war trade winds, yeah, trade war tailwinds. Okay, so yeah, the stock is currently trending. The technical architecture suggests late stage parabolic exhaustion rather than the beginning of a sustained rally. Okay, so the massive divergence between the current price of 13.91 and the averages and the moving averages of between, let's see, that those the moving averages of between 6.72 and 8.4. Okay, combined with the deteriorating second derivatives creates an asymmetric risk profile favoring mean reversion over continuation. Yeah, a mean reversion. So the technical structure favors a mean reversion towards 9.95. But in the midst of all of this, it could still go ahead and advance towards even $25. It's still very much possible, but it does not mean that caution is not warranted. You know. So that's what's going on right now. You see, it's digression still there, but from time to time, passive hands are still get to fill their orders. Yeah. So just be really cautious, really cautious, really really cautious, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.